I'll show you now what it looks like from where we left him. So we're just going to stand by and let Ryan move out, and then we'll move in closer. How's it? How are you guys doing?
Fine.
Thanks.
You keen for tomorrow, buddy?
Oh, dude, I'm so keen. Cheers. So, you might have heard Ryan asked me there if I was keen for tomorrow. So I've been trying to get a good game of touch rugby. I feel like I need to do some running and some exercise, and that's what he's referring to. So we'll show you. There he is. Still very much a lazy leopard. Forward, back. There's that one little zebra wood in the way. You know where you would like me to go. Is that okay?
Hopefully he gets up and walks soon.
Yep. One station with this mud Dodo Ingwe on the open areas to the south and west of Curry Dam. So I'll show you now. We'll get Bryan to pan to the exact spot where he was lying this afternoon, which is the edge of that thicket over there. So we can say he's probably moved 17 meters. So that's where he was lying when we left him. And he has moved not very far at all. One station with Quarantine, south and west to go down. Now, if you drive on those open areas to the so just an update. We've been following this male leopard solidly for about 4 or 5 days now. He killed an impala the night of all the big rain, and he put it in a tree about 60 meters from the final control, and he's been feeding on it every day, and we've actually just sort of watched that carcass disappear in front of our eyes. And then this morning it was finally finished. I think he might have dropped it and hyenas made off with what was left. So we found him walking very close to where the carcass was, and we followed him into that spike-thorn thicket Bryan showed you in the beginning, where we found him again this afternoon. He went right into the middle of it and lay down for a sleep. And how many hours ago? That was 9:20 this morning. So now it's the time now is, I don't know what the time is now. But 9:20. I'm guessing it's close to 6 now. So in 9 hours, he's possibly moved some total of under 20 meters. He's got a nice big full belly. He's got water close by, and there's also a lot of pools from the rain we had that night he killed the impala, and little puddles. So there's plenty of water for him around. What we are hoping is now in the next 20 minutes or 25 minutes that he will get up and head down towards the dam for a drink. But I mean, I have to be honest, judging at this current view we've got in front of us now, I think it's probably going to be a little bit longer before he heads down towards the dam to drink. He looks very, very comfortable in the nice soft grass, big fat belly.
I think a lot longer, not a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a while. Good evening, Olivia from Denmark. Olivia would like to know how long would it take him to digest this before he makes his next kill. Olivia, a leopard is an opportunist. If something walked up to him now, he would kill it and catch it, put it in a tree and eat it later. So even if he was completely full, he would still make a kill if the opportunity presented itself. There's nothing quite as happy as a fat leopard, and if he can have multiple kills in multiple trees, he's even a happier, fatter leopard, which is just very good. But sometimes they can struggle a little bit. I think the day before we saw him, before he caught that impala, he was really skinny. He didn't look like he hadn't eaten in 3 or 4 days, but now he's looking much happier. Oh, rollover. And he's so fat, the rollover took quite a lot of effort. So what happens is that patch of grass he's been lying on has probably got a bit hot, so he's rolling over to the cool side. Good evening, Angela from Boston. Angela would like to know, why is this leopard lying out here in an open area? Shouldn't he be lying in the thicket or next to a tree? Isn't he very exposed and vulnerable to other predators? The main reason he's lying out in the open like this at the moment is because it's cool and he's getting a bit more of a breeze. If he was under a bush or a tree, there would still be a bit of remnant warmth from the day there. So it's cool. And even though it looks like he's very vulnerable and fast asleep, his hearing is acute. And if there was a lion or anything walking through the grass, he would almost certainly hear it before the lion came upon him. Not always, but most of the time. And he would be fast enough to get to a bush or a tree, or to a tree where he could escape from, if he heard the lions from far enough away. Good evening, David from Arizona. David would like to know whether it's true that if leopards will also scavenge and steal kills from hyenas or single hyenas, cheetahs, and other smaller carnivores. Most definitely, David. And probably the thing they steal, specifically the male leopards, they probably steal the most kills from other leopards. So a big male leopard will happily steal the female that within his territories kill, or one of these young males that might possibly be his son. He would definitely steal their kill. These guys would steal kills from their mother. So yeah, they do scavenge. When we first actually found that kill up in the tree, there was a bit of confusion to whether it was the Quarantine Male Leopard, which is his brother. No one had actually seen the leopard, but they found the kill, and they had seen his brother probably about 100 meters from where we're sitting now, eating a steenbok. So we I think people might have jumped into conclusions and thought it was his brother, but it turned out to be Quarantine. Although we can never be certain that Kunyuma didn't kill it and he did chase him. But I don't know, my personal reading on both animals is that I don't think Quarantine would steal from Kunyuma just yet. I think Kunyuma might have an upper hand just because he is a bit more aggressive in nature when it comes to that. It'd be very, very interesting for the more dominant of the two. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what happened there. We disappeared for a second. So as I was explaining, that I personally think that between the two brothers, I think Kunyuma might have the upper hand at the moment just because he's slightly more aggressive, even though Quarantine looks to be a bit bigger in the head and shoulders. But that's my personal opinion, and the only way we would really know is to see them both at a kill and see who is the more dominant of the two. To give you an idea how close the lodge is, I was asked Bryan to just pan up a little bit. So we are actually sitting within eye shot of Juma's Vuyatela Lodge. And we'll see the lights in the distance now. There we go, that's the lodge. And our final controls to the left of that, which is actually closer to where we are now. No, it's hidden by the trees. Amazing, listen to the evening chorus of birds. I'm just trying to listen carefully now and see how many different bird species I can hear. Why don't you guys do the same? See how many different bird species you can hear for the next minute. Good evening, Jonathan from the Netherlands. Jonathan was saying he didn't see any vultures around the kill. Do we not have any vultures in the Sabi Sands? We do, but vultures generally don't tend to see leopard kills that often because they're up in the trees. They are obscured by the leaves above. So that's why we didn't see any vultures around the kill. standing by. AFM, flat cat. I'm the only station here. You're more than welcome. Well, how are those eyes? Copy, Clovis. You'll be first standby. Clovis, what is your position? Copy, just let me know. I'm pretty sure it won't be a problem. We'll make space for you. Well done, Elaine in Massachusetts. We could hear actually two different species of franklin calling, Natal and crested franklin. I got 7 or 8 species of birds that I could hear. Fork-tailed drongo, so I had crested franklin, Natal franklin, fork-tailed drongo, black-crowned chagra. I'm trying to think now, I've forgotten some of them. There was it sounded like a Birchall starling, and I could hear a lapwing down at the dam, and then I think the last one was rattling testicular. So I got 7. Obviously a bit easier for me, but yeah, the franklins are sort of the loudest at that evening chorus and in the dawn chorus. Just like to make a lot of noise, let everyone know where they are. Just a quick update on what we've seen today. This morning we're very lucky to watch a large pride of lions playing and chasing each other in the mist in the early morning. They also chased some impala, and a female leopard almost walked into them, but she managed to spot them beforehand and move out of the area. And then we found this young male leopard after he had finished his kill, and his kill was right next to our final control, and he's now moved from there, probably about 300 meters away, and he's lying up in the grass, enjoying the cool of the evening, just busy digesting impala. This afternoon, we were lucky enough to see quite an unusual sighting. It looks like an elephant that's got 2 tusks on the one side, so she's got 3 tusks in total. So that'll be quite interesting. I'm quite excited to look at those photos, and I will post something up on Instagram and Facebook and that once I've had a proper look to see exactly what's going on there. And then we went and checked the sort of eastern area of Djuma, looking for any tracks of Karula. We didn't have any luck, so we then headed down and decided to go have a look at the hyena den, and we saw a couple of cubs and 2 adults, or 3 cubs and 2 adults. Even one that was a bit of a nervous Nelly had a panic over nothing and sent them all scuttling in back down the hole. And then we just came back to check what was happening with this young male and say he hasn't moved in 9 hours since we left him. Not 9 hours, it is actually, it's about 9 hours since we left him this morning. He's probably moved a sum total of 15-20 meters at most, and it doesn't look like he's going to be moving anytime soon. but I'm quite sure he will move during the night at some point. Corvus coming. Corvus, you can make your way straight to this position. Copy, no problem. So you'll hear me talking to the other vehicles, and it's very important for us to maintain a very good relationship with them, because we all help each other find animals at the end of the day. So we all try to help each other out. There could always be that day when one of us is desperate for something else and we need to rely on each other. So it's a very good to keep a good relationship with everyone. So he's not even moving. He's a very flat cat. The only movement is his belly. So you can see, very relaxed, out in the open, completely relaxed, not even perturbed with our presence. Isn't it amazing that we're able to spend time with animals like this without them even reacting to us? Guys, thank you very, very much for joining us this evening on a live safari here at Djuma Private Game Reserve in South Africa. We've had an absolutely fantastic time. I thoroughly enjoyed all the questions you guys sent in today. And for myself and the whole team here, it's been a really, really wonderful afternoon and a fantastic morning, and I'm attacked by a large bug. But you know, us African boys, we just keep going, soldier through. And it is a very, very, very lucky and privileged. Sorry, I'm getting tongued up. We're very privileged to be able to share our passion and our love for the bush with you. So until tomorrow morning, have a fantastic evening or day wherever you are, and hopefully we see you in the morning.